Dark greetings.
What's up, Dusty?
I was just fiddling with, you can see the colorful glow right here. I just finished 3D printing this cute little lamp.
Aww.
But like literally just the last pieces of it came off less than 10 minutes ago. So I didn't get to assemble it yet. So I was trying to set it up to like approximate what it's going to look like. You can't really see that.
That's fun.
Yeah. So I got all these pieces to assemble, but it's got these cute little Kamiko panels on it for all 4 sides.
I love it.
Yeah, I'm real excited. So that's what I was fiddling with. I suppose I should turn the light off at least. Turn off it. There we go.
Nader's coming my way. It's hailing and raining and 95 degrees outside. I'm so happy that I don't live in tornado country.
Yeah, we're supposed to get crazy storms again tonight. Like, what is this? 3 days in a row?
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
But tonight we are here to discuss our final film of anime movie month / month's worth of anime movies, and that is Interstella 5555, which I did not take notes on, but I have it pulled up on my second monitor right here because it's literally only an hour, so this stream might wind up running a little short.
I think it will definitely. First of all, I don't think this counts as anime.
You don't? I do.
I don't. Like, it doesn't have... I meant to look up, like, what the specific definition of anime was, but it didn't have, like... There was nothing Japanese to it. It didn't have that kind of style to it.
Interesting.
It's literally just... They took Daft Punk's second album and somebody animated this stuff to go along while they played the whole album.
I mean, it was a Japanese animation studio.
But that alone doesn't make it anime, I don't think.
No?
That's why I was like, I feel like I want to look up the definition. But, like, to me, it's not... Simply being made by Japanese people isn't enough. There's, like, a certain style to it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, a vibe that this just did not have to me. Because Daft Punk is French. Like... This is an album by 2 French dudes, like, and they just said, like, okay, who's somebody go animate it for us, and this is the company they happen to hire. But to me, that doesn't make it. They just happen to be Japanese, if that makes sense.
I mean, I think it's like, I think the art style is anime.
The art style was 1990s Scooby-Doo.
It so was. I was going to say that this had big Scooby-Doo vibes, and I did kind of love that.
Yeah, so, like, at that point, like, it just becomes anime is only anime because it's made by Japanese people. But then what do you call American anime? We call that anime, and it's not made by Japanese people.
Okay, point taken.
So, I don't think... I think the subject matter and the overall vibe matter.
Okay.
I used matter in 2 different ways, in both noun and verb in that sentence, and that was confusing. But the subject matter plays a role, but also the overall vibe matters.
Mm-hmm.
To whether for me it counts as anime.
Also, what anime shirt are you wearing tonight, bestie?
Oh, Fairy Tale. This is Happy.
Cute.
Yeah. Interesting.
So, like, what did you think overall, though?
I don't know what I expected, but this was somehow not what I expected.
Interesting. I kind of also had no expectations going in at all. I had also never listened to a Daft Punk album prior to this.
I mean, I've never intentionally listened to them, but they've been around, or were around. RIP, they broke up like 5 years ago, but
yeah,
they were around for so long, it's kind of hard not to know some of their music.
I would say that is arguably like the most popular, like, modern French music export.
Yeah, no doubt. And that's the thing, is like, I think part of the reason for that is you would not necessarily know that they were French, because one, a lot of their music doesn't have any lyrics at all, and when they do, they're in English.
Yeah.
So I think that's what makes, especially people in the US, like, accepting of it.
Yeah, it's how you can sneak it into the English-speaking zeitgeist.
Yeah, and
finish.
I was just gonna say, similarly with this, there's no dialogue.
Yes, this is a dialogue. This is literally just Daft Punk's album Discovery with like some blue aliens and
which I meant to check, but I assume the track list was in the same order as the album. Because
at
the very end, this is not really a spoiler, but we see a record spinning that has a D on it. So I'm assuming it's a double album, and that was the D side of the second disc. So it's kind of like it played beginning to end. I meant to check, and I totally forgot about it until just now.
Discovery. One More Time, Aerodynamic, Digital Love, Harder.
The first song they played was One More Time.
Yeah, Crescendos, Night Vision, Superheroes, High Life, Something About Us, Voyager, Veritas Quo, Short Circuit, Face to Face, Too Long. I mean, the album itself is an hour and 1 minute, so, and this is like, what, an hour 5?
Yeah, and that's including credits and stuff, so.
Yeah. I don't know, I really kind of did enjoy this, though.
I did and I didn't.
Explain.
There were elements of it that I enjoyed, like parts of the story and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
But a film that is entirely just visual with music in the background is very difficult for somebody with ADHD to pay attention to.
Okay, fair enough.
I was constantly like, look at the screen, and then I start like, no, look at the screen. So I really struggled with it quite a bit. And certainly trying to follow the story then was difficult. I had to keep like going back because I missed things because I couldn't keep focused.
Mm-hmm. So the story that I got from this, having only watched it the one time,
did take a few notes.
Oh, wonderful. But basically, this sort of like alien funk band, like, you know, or like whatever style of music you would call Daft Punk.
There are like 7 genres.
Yeah, there are a lot. But this alien
electronic funk rock. It's like 7 different
electric
things.
Funk rock, whatever.
Yeah.
But this band is captured by a cartoonishly evil record producer from Earth.
Yeah. So first of all, I was a little unclear. Were they just like popular with whatever their home planet was, or are these supposed to be like interstellar? Like,
I'm gonna guess that they're just popular with their home planet because that's really all we see.
Kind of what I thought. Right. So it's a planet of people that look like us, except blue.
But either way, this band is captured by a cartoonishly evil record producer from Earth who wipes their memories, disguises them as humans, and gives them a new name, or gives their band, you know, his own name. He calls them the Crescendos, which is, I believe, a song. Crescendos is a song on the album.
Yeah, which, by the way, that whole sequence of him, like, you know, changing their hair, skin, clothes, and all that, there was something weirdly satisfying about that. I don't know what it was.
And also, did you notice that they were each like a different era of music? There was like the bass player was like the 60s hippie, and the keyboard player was the, like, you know, 70s afro, and then we have the guitar player being like the 80s with like the tank top, and then the drummer is like the grunge guy.
Yeah. See that.
But I don't know. I had a lot of fun with this. I thought it was very creative. As a person who had never heard much Daft Punk music aside from like what I had heard on the radio growing up, so like Get Lucky, Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger, etc.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the music quite a bit. I don't know if I would like go out of my way to like listen to Daft Punk's entire discography, but like if someone threw on an album, I wouldn't be mad at it.
Yeah, I mean, it's got a beat.
Yeah, it's
kind of thing you tap your foot along to, or like bob your head involuntarily, so that's nice. Yeah, I mean, so they get kidnapped, they're on this ship, they get their appearances changed, but before that, the drummer manages to like get to the console, like as he's passing out,
Yeah, and send a sort of distress signal
out. And then we see this guy. Was he like scrubbing a moon? What was this guy doing?
He seemed to be polishing the outside of his sick-ass guitar-shaped spaceship, which I was a huge fan of.
Yeah, right. So he coincidentally is a huge fan of theirs.
Yes, he has a crush on the bass player.
Yeah. He's got pictures of the whole band all around his, like, I guess, bedroom inside the ship. And he happens to be the one that picks up a distress signal. So he must have been close enough to pick it up.
So he immediately sets off for Earth, where his mission is to, like, restore their memories and rescue them.
Mm-hmm.
Which is an adventure in and of itself.
Yeah, which is sort of interesting because clearly whoever this blue race of people is, just feel like now it's appropriate I'm wearing a blue cat. I just realized that. Because I was wearing this shirt before I even watched it. So, like, they seem to be way more technologically advanced than we are because dude's just floating around on this spaceship, right? Like, just a random guy, doing whatever it is he does. And so clearly they're like, this is no big deal to them, just going to an unfamiliar planet to, like, rescue some of their own people, which is just a wild concept.
Although this technology, I suppose, could have been, like, stolen in some way, shape, or form. But this seems to be a pretty technologically advanced Earth if this record producer has the technology to, like, overwrite their memories and make them forget that they aren't human.
Yeah, which, by the way, one of my favorite things, because this came out in 2003, so 23 years ago at this point. One of my favorite things about, like, futuristic stuff that's older is that they will imagine really futuristic things like, space travel and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But they're also sort of, like, bound by the technology of the time, so they have to have these discs.
Yep. Yeah, so, like, you can overwrite people's memories and make them forget that they're from another planet. But those wiped memories have to be stored on, like, a floppy disk.
Yeah, which is just very fun to me. Yeah, but it definitely seems to be very technologically advanced because certainly, like, first of all, not only does this guy have a spaceship, right? Like, that alone, I mean, we do have technically private spaceships now, but certainly not the kind of thing people are just kind of, like, jaunting off whenever they feel like it.
Yeah, we're not quite at that point yet.
Yeah. Let alone having the technology to rewrite people's memories and change their skin color and stuff like that, and control them. I think it's the glasses he's using to control them.
Yeah, they have, like, some little, like, signal receptor on, like, the arm.
Yeah, so definitely this must be a version of Earth that is far more technologically advanced than our current one,
or perhaps stolen alien technology.
Yeah, but then you got to wonder how he got a hold of it.
True.
There's a lot of things I'm unclear on that we'll get to, but
yeah, there is a fair amount of.
I was hoping that maybe you understood something that I didn't or noticed something I didn't, because I rewatched some parts of it more than once to try to.
I found this this whole thing is rather style over substance, but I don't really think that that's a flaw necessarily. Like, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think
the flaw
point
for
is
what it is. Yeah, exactly. Like, that's not the point.
No, it's like, we got this new album. Let's put some fun animation to it so people have a story to enjoy while they listen to our album.
Which, frankly, I would love to see. Like, I'm sure more things like this exist, but I mean, if anybody, like, has recommendations of, like I know, actually, the band Avatar did a, like, 40-minute music video to their entire album, Avatar Country. So if you got anything, anybody else had any recommendations along those lines?
We did talk about doing a stream month that was all, like, band movies,
which I think could be very fun.
Yeah, I forgot about that till just now. Alphaba has opinions.
She does. Hi, Cutie. What do you think? You technically watched it. You were in the room. Oh. Although, I mean, you didn't hear the music, but, I mean, you kind of can't, so whatever.
Yeah, unfortunately.
The trouble of not having ears. Overall, I really like the color palette of this whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's very, I guess it seems kind of like pointing out the obvious, but it's very bright. It's very eye-catching. I thought everything looked very nice.
Yeah. Again, all I could think of was Scooby-Doo.
Mm-hmm. No, I definitely did get the Scooby-Doo vibe, which, like, love that as a Scooby-Doo kid.
I gotta be honest, though. I didn't like the way they animated the drummer's face. A lot of the time I found it unsettling when he would have, like, those big smiles. Like,
Yeah, he felt like a little more, like, stereotypically anime.
Yeah, it kind of reminded me of, like, some of the Gorillaz animation, actually.
I know nothing about Gorillaz.
Oh, okay.
Like, I know that it's, like, a cartoon band. Like, I know that it's Damon Albarn, whatever his name is. Like, it's his project.
Yeah.
But I know it's, like, a cartoon band, and all the, like, cartoon characters have names and shit. But other than, like, Feel Good Inc., I know very little about Gorillaz.
Yeah, you can watch one of their music videos, and that'll give you a sense of what I'm talking about. But that's what the drummer kind of reminded me of, was that animation style.
Interesting.
Because I think Gorillaz were big around the same time Daft Punk was, like, in the early days.
That sounds approximately right.
At the same time, which would make sense.
I did kind of wonder about these, like, they have these, like, I'm at the scene now where they're, like, being disguised as humans, but they take away these, like, sort of crystal headband things that they're all wearing. And I didn't know, like, I was wondering if there was any further significance to those other than just, like, aesthetics.
It seems like there has to be. Because, like, when they take them off, they don't just, like, toss them. They put them in these neat little cases and close them. Like, they are something special.
So, I don't know exactly what that was about.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things that there probably is some sort of, like, reasoning behind it, but not one that they necessarily feel the need to be explicit about, if that makes sense.
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, or maybe there's something, because, I mean, again, most of their music doesn't have lyrics, but perhaps there was something in a lyric somewhere that would, like, hint toward it. Perhaps. Or even, like, one of their past songs. I don't know.
Here, when they're, like, wiping their memory, again, like, it's such advanced technology, but it has to be stored on a floppy disk. And, like, they're using, like, film reels still. Like, it's still a physical reel of, like, memory that's being erased.
Which is strange, too, because this is 2003. It's not like streaming. I mean, streaming doesn't really exist, but, like, Napster had been huge for a few years at this point.
Yeah, I missed the Napster window.
But, like, it's not like, you know, digital files were a new thing. So it is interesting. Maybe they just like the style of it. It is more interesting to have, like, a stylized disc instead of just like, well, here's the file on the computer.
Yeah, no, like,
maybe it's more aesthetic than anything.
Having something tangible, I think, like having a physical object as sort of like a prize, almost like, oh, we're looking for this, like, physical treasure. That, like, is better than just like, oh, we just gotta re-upload that. Like, I think it's visually more interesting.
Yeah, I think even though digitizing everything does make a lot of things more convenient, it also takes the fun out of a lot of
absolutely. Like like, I love using my, like, is it technically easier to stream music? Like, is it more convenient? Yeah, absolutely. Do I still love using my record player? Fuck yes, I do.
Yeah, there was a moment, it's a little further than what we're talking about, but, like, I think it's the evil dude, like, puts a VHS tape in somewhere.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we're firmly in the DVD era at this point, so.
Those weren't, they weren't completely gone, though. Like, as a person who, like, was...
You were 5 years old when this came out.
I know, but that's the thing. Like, I remember being, like, 5, 6 and still having, like, video cassette tapes in my house and regularly using them.
I was an actual adult, technically, when this came out. Depending on the time of year, I suppose. I would have been 17 up until October of that year. But no, I mean, like, technically they were still around, but I'm certainly not going to believe this super advanced technology is relying on VHS tapes in a time where DVDs are...
Oh yeah, he just did it.
Yeah. Oh, there. Okay, I knew it was coming.
And
out
they have an
just,
old chunky remote.
Yeah. So it is interesting because they are like, obviously in this there's a lot of that super advanced technology, right? But at the same time, there is a heavy focus on like the past. It's a lot of like retrofuturism kind of,
Yeah,
like with the style of the band members being of, you know, past eras and having some of this older technology integrated into the advanced technology. So I assume it was kind of an aesthetic choice, but it is just,
yeah, it is kind of fun. Did you ever have one of those combination VHS and DVD players?
of course,
Love that thing.
those were the peak of technology at a certain point in time. It's like, wait, it does both?
Yeah. Remember when you used to buy Blu-rays and they would come with a DVD, and that wasn't like a thing you had to pay extra for? They just automatically came with a DVD.
Well, yeah, because I assume most people like wouldn't necessarily be able to play, you know, a Blu-ray everywhere because not everybody had Blu-ray players.
Crazy that in my lifetime we've gone from VHS to Blu-ray.
VHS to DVD to Blu-ray.
Yeah, VHS to DVD to Blu-ray. You used to have to
so rapidly. Yeah.
You used to have to play Titanic on 2 tapes.
Oh, I remember.
Actually, I have a DVD copy of the movie of James Cameron's Avatar because I liked it when I was a kid, and that was still so long that it had to be on 2 separate discs because we hadn't gotten to Blu-ray yet. And Kyle and I just watched Lawrence of Arabia last weekend. We were like, oh, this is so long, it's probably going to be on 2 discs, and we were shocked that it was not.
Yeah. Technology. By the way, only tangentially related, but I've been like running around doing all my things again. I had to once again move a bunch of stuff out of frame right before we started. But I took a half-hour break and I played a game that I bought on Steam a while ago and hadn't gotten around to, called Retro Rewind.
Okay.
Where the premise is it's 1992 and you own a video store.
That's so fun.
So I was like, you know, recommending movies on VHS to people and like checking them out and processing returns.
I love that.
Ordering more movies, handing out flyers. So I worked in a 1990s video store for 30 minutes today.
I love that for you. I also, here's another, like, this just passed. There's another kind of example of like the retrofuturism in this. Like, one, like you see a lot of like record spinning, you see like disco balls and shit, which like, not that you don't see those anymore, but like
a lot of 70s vibe.
A lot of 70s vibe. But there's a point where like it's showing this like alien band having blown up on Earth, and we're in a record store and there's like a listening booth still.
Yeah, I swear I was somewhere not that long ago and I saw that, I think it was like an FYE, and they actually had like a listening station.
That's crazy.
And I was like,
I've seen stuff like that in like independent record stores.
Yeah.
But like,
yeah, back before people could just look up whatever on their phone.
Yeah, that's crazy. There's also a lot of this like sort of 60s psychedelic, like groovy type vibe to a lot of the like the color palette and the design choices. Like there's so much of this like sort of lava lampy, like they put these like lava lamp-esque filters over things from time to time with like this sort of like colorful blobs and whatnot.
Yeah, I felt like that reminded me of something for a second there, but I lost whatever it was. Also,
this record producer has one of the most fuck-ass haircuts I've ever seen.
He's gotta look evil.
Yeah, gotta make him evil somehow. Gotta telegraph that.
I'm just like irrationally angry at this fictional cartoon character for just being the representation of people that actually exist. Just makes me very angry.
I mean, hey, like there certainly is a real world like counterpart to this, like sort of the soulless corporate pop that gets churned out by, you know, money hungry studio executives. Which, you know, you hate to see it,
but it's gonna happen.
Oh, actually, that just reminded me, speaking of like money hungry studio executives, you want to hear like some bullshit that like some industry plant bullshit that's going on in like my music niche. There's this fuck ass band called President, and their shtick is that they're like another masked metal band, but they are like the most obvious industry plant I have ever seen. Like their first live performance was on the main stage at Download Festival.
Interesting.
Yeah, no, it's like, and I keep seeing articles from like Revolver and Metal Hammer and shit being like, ooh, all about President, the hottest new masked metal band. It's like, no one is saying that. It's some bullshit. And also the music sucks.
I feel like at this point, and obviously I don't know that much about these things, I feel like most of the ones that are popular now got that way because they got like big on like TikTok, you know, people sharing and putting in the background, or like talking about them on like Reddit or Instagram or whatever. Like I don't think people usually find out about bands like this by reading about them in Revolver or something like that.
Yeah, no, and like it's lit like they.
So if you haven't seen them on those platforms, is my point.
Exactly.
Yeah,
it is the most like soulless cash grab, like Sleep Token ripoff I have ever seen in my life.
You guys are trying too hard.
Exactly. Yeah, it's some bullshit. But I quite enjoyed this whole sequence that takes place at this like giant stadium concert. I don't know. I thought it was very fun because you can see that like there's a sort of corporateness too. Like I don't know. Okay, how am I gonna put this? Like, okay, not every artist that has reached like stadium show levels is like an industry plant or like, you know, a cash grab or whatever. But
having a big show like this in and of itself does not make the band shitty.
Exactly. However, there can be an element of kind of, again, that like soulless corporate cash grab in the like the style. I'm thinking Kiss, basically.
They get like way overproduced and become way more about the aesthetics than the actual music, and it feels very like disingenuous.
Exactly. And like here's the thing, I'm not even that big of a Kiss fan. Like I like, you know, I want to rock and roll all night and party all day as much as the next girl, but like God, they're fucking sellouts. They are such fucking sellouts.
Yeah, I couldn't care less about them. I could try, but I don't think I could.
Yeah, nope. I really do not give a shit. Like I can't pretend that they had no impact on like things that I have enjoyed. Like Kiss
they're part of culture for better or worse.
Exactly. Here's the thing. Like Kiss did Walk So Ghost Could Run with the like the theatrics.
Makeup.
So like there's that, but again, fucking sellouts.
Yeah, I think a lot of bands, once they reach like a certain level of popularity, there's like a couple of directions they can go in. Right? It's like, all right, do we just really lean into this and essentially make ourselves a commodity to be sold, and it becomes more about the selling than it is about the music? Or, you know, they can potentially go a different way with it where they don't, you know, not as concerned with having the big stadium shows or the sponsorships or the partnerships, and they just continue to be like, no, we're just going to make good ass music so people want to see us.
Exactly. But the band is rescued from their giant stadium show by this. I don't think we ever get like we technically get.
No, yeah, he doesn't have a name.
Nobody has a name. We sort of get like names for the band members.
I was gonna say,
like
the band members do because you see it on the screen.
Yeah, but we never get a name.
The only one I caught was the bass player's name is Stella. Because
yes, haha,
yeah, it's the only one I noticed.
But they are rescued from their giant stadium show by the pilot with his sick ass guitar spaceship, which he crash landed in the woods, by the way.
Yeah, that's a problem.
I'm gonna leave that there.
But he only got 3 out of 4 band members, right?
Correct. He did not.
Because he didn't save her at first.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then he, like, the rest of the band has to team up with him to rescue her, which, you know, fun little adventure.
Yeah. Yeah, but in the meantime, they've still got her, and so they're carting her around to all these different places, and they go to this Gold Record Award show. I loved so much that Daft Punk was nominated.
Delightful. Absolutely.
And then they
fantastic
had their masks and everything, you know. It's like, that's great. That's top notch. And then they lost.
Mm-hmm.
Technically.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, what? Actually, also another kind of like little Easter egg type thing. Did you notice that later in the movie, when the security guard at the building is like distracted by watching the soccer game, it's France versus Japan?
I did notice that. Yep. Because French band.
It's a French and Japanese production.
Yeah. I did notice that, and I did also notice that France won.
Actually, I think I did take a look at the IMDb trivia for this, and I feel like there was something.
I didn't. I meant to look up some things about it, and then I just got distracted.
I also looked up the animation studio. Did you know that they are responsible for Dragon Ball, Sailor Moon, Digimon, and One Piece?
I definitely knew about One Piece because I see they have their little like studio animation before every episode, the Toei animation. So the second I saw it, I was like, I know that logo because I've seen more than 1,000 episodes. I forget how many episodes of One Piece there are. 1,100 something episodes, and that's at the beginning of all of them. I mean, different versions over the years, but wait, what? What?
Oh no, I guess we did get to it. Anyway, oh yeah, here I'm right at the scene where Daft Punk loses to the Crescendos. And you can see like, actually, one of the things I do like, because I recall like being younger and like having watched one of the Grammy Award ceremonies where Daft Punk was nominated. And I do love that the guy with the silver mask, you know how like the one guy, his like the gold mask, like the screen part of it takes up his entire face, but the silver guy is just like a visor. You know what I'm talking about? Like how it's kind of like one of those like almost like Wall Street like ticker type things on his mask where it's just like the text passing across his eyes. I find that so humorous. Yeah,
I do enjoy their masks. They are fun.
That is commitment to a bit, and I respect it. And also, I saw somebody, I did a little bit of, not quite a deep dive, but I did like a little bit of looking into like Daft Punk. Like I perused their Reddit, their subreddit, just to like see what the fans have to say, you know? And I completely forgot where I was going with this. Jesus, Bridget.
You were looking up things about Daft Punk.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I saw some tweet about how one of the reasons that Daft Punk has been as successful as they have been is because they don't talk.
I mean, that will keep you from putting your foot in your mouth.
Exactly.
There's that aspect. And now I'm trying to find the trivia. Scrolling. There we go.
Rip to the pilot. He does not survive the final rescue attempt because our evil record producer has robot bodyguards.
Technically androids if they're made to look like humans.
Noted. But at least he gets to meet Stella before he dies.
He does. Yeah. And they have a psychedelic dance in his head.
That's cool.
I think that's what happens.
Something along. I mean, he's dying, so I'm sure there's all kinds of end of life, like chemical spikes happening in his brain.
Well, but like he grabs her hand and she gasps like they're in his head together, like they experience it.
Oh my god, is it like fucking what is it in Dark Crystal?
Oh god,
dream fasting.
I was gonna say I largely just blocked that movie.
Like touch the head. Oh, girl, you haven't seen the show?
Oh, the show. Oh, I forgot they made a show.
It's so good. It's excellent. They only
No.
made one season, and whoever canceled that show deserves to be publicly executed.
No, that I have that movie on VHS, and it used to haunt me as a child. Like I found it terrifying.
Dark Crystal is great. The show is excellent, and also the voice cast is fucking stacked.
You weren't watching that as a small child.
Whatever.
It's very different.
Whatever.
An
interesting discovery.
Well, I'm reading the trivia, but we haven't gotten to the part that's relevant to it, so I'm not gonna bring it up yet.
Okay. They do give the pilot a very nice funeral.
Yeah, it is very sad.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I guess it's nice that he got to like save this band that he loves and everything, but it's like, man, why do you have to die?
I do appreciate that there was it gave this like some emotional weight. Like, it's not just like, oh, silly music video for this album. It's like, no, there's like a story with stakes and consequences, and I appreciate that they put that much effort in.
Yeah, but I feel like killing somebody is a bit of a shortcut for emotional weight.
Point taken.
I just don't like that he died.
That's fair. I honestly would listen to this album again.
Okay, yeah, there's only a couple things in here that I think it's pretty short trivia, actually.
Yeah, I mean, we can get ahead of ourselves. We're 35 minutes into the film itself, so
I mean, really, I mean, at this point, well, isn't this the point where they go to the mansion or manor?
Yeah,
Darkwood Manor.
Darkwood Manor, yes.
Yeah, because this is where things got real confusing for me.
It did get a little confusing. So like, it seems that there have been like this dynasty of like evil record producers that have been stealing musicians from outer space and passing them off as humans to collect golden record awards to use to some end. Because I noticed that the various aliens that have been captured were being disguised as other humans. But until this was pointed out to me in the trivia, I did not notice that the humans in question, this film implies that Mozart was an alien.
Hey, I was waiting for that. That's what I was holding back on.
That Jimi Hendrix was an alien. Ella Fitzgerald, Janis Joplin, and Jimmy Page were all aliens. I was
specifically saving that.
I'm so sorry.
Because we're not there yet.
I said we can get ahead of ourselves. That was your cue.
No, because I had other things I wanted to mention before that.
All right, please, the floor is
yours. Because I had a different interpretation of this part.
Do tell.
Because the way it seems is, at first there's like a guy and a little kid, and it almost seems like the older guy is like messing around with chemistry. Like, it's almost like an alchemist lab that he blows up. And then we see the child like rapidly age into the guy that we know, like the evil guy. Which, and this is before we see all those like artists over time who were kidnapped, and all that, which to me implies that he is somehow an immortal being and he's the only person doing this.
That's a fun interpretation. I kind of like that.
But also, so again, this whole lab blows up, right? Like, you see him looking down into this essentially pit that's been created by this explosion. And that is then the pit that later on, like, we see some of the kidnapped artists like actually falling into that pit, right? Like, I think at the end of this, he was trying to throw them into this pit.
A distinct possibility.
So there's clearly some sort of significance with this hole in the ground that seems to have been created by what I'm going to assume was his father messing around with things he should not have been messing with. and causing some sort of explosion.
Okay.
And, you know, if you look at sort of the style of the clothing and the lab and the stuff like that, when we see like the guy and the little kid, it seems like a much older time period.
Yeah.
That's
okay.
My interpretation was his dad was like some sort of alchemist. He was fucking around with things he shouldn't have. And something he did caused this explosion, caused some sort of rift, made his kid immortal, maybe?
Quite possible.
Who then seems to be kidnapping these individuals from other like alien races and passing them off as human beings until they get gold records. And that seems to be like the breaking point. Like as soon as they get that gold record, that's all he wants.
Mm-hmm.
And then he wants to throw them into the pit for some reason.
Yeah. Unclear.
That was the best I could come up with. And that was why, again, I went back and like looked at it again because I was like, did I miss something here?
Yeah, it gets a little kind of fast and loose with it towards the end.
Yeah, but there are definitely some things that are very clear to me. Like that little kid definitely is the evil record label guy because you see him age rapidly from childhood to an adult and they all gasp. Oh my God, that's him.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And so if he's the one, like if he's able to like pull Mozart or like Jimi Hendrix, like clearly he's been around for a while. Or was it Beethoven? I already forgot.
Mozart, Jimi Hendrix, Ella Fitzgerald, Janis Joplin, and Jimmy Page.
Yeah, I mean, I guess technically somebody could have done Hendrix and all the other ones except for Mozart. I think that's too wildly different a time period.
This is true.
But technically somebody's lifespan could have included all those others.
Yeah.
So it's not outside the realm of possibility.
Although,
but yeah, that was
the realm of possibility doesn't really apply much here.
Yeah. So this was the part that I was a bit confused on, but that was the best that I could interpret it from kind of going back and rewatching it. Just that part, because I was like, I'll admit, I may have watched parts of this on more than normal speed.
Girl.
I try my best.
This
is the kind of thing that if I were just like, oh, let me just see what this is like. If it's a thing I want to watch, I would turn it on. I would have turned it off after 3 minutes.
Okay.
So if you want me to get through it, that's the only way I can get through it.
All right. Fine.
So this way I was like, not all parts of it. I just kind of like jumped around. It was really funny to listen to some of those songs at double time though.
Oh my God. Unbelievable.
So I was like, was my speeding this up like making me miss something? Nope. I did not miss anything.
Okay.
I sure didn't.
I mean,
but yeah, that was my best interpretation.
I thought the ending of this was cute. How it's kind of like revealed, like to, or like implied / revealed to be the dream of like this little kid who's like a Daft Punk super fan and has all these like toys.
I personally hate that trope.
Okay, fair enough.
It was all a dream. It's such a like cop out.
It is. I don't know. I thought it was kind of cute.
I don't see, when you said I liked the ending, I was thinking about how even though they went back to their home planet, they could still like perform for the people of Earth.
I did love that. I thought that was very nice.
I thought that was super nice. So clearly the fact that they were aliens did not bother the people of Earth, which obviously our technology has to be progressed to a point where we're aware aliens exist and maybe have relationships with them.
Apparently.
So like I thought that was nice. But yeah, I thought the it was all a dream thing was a bit it's way overdone.
That's fair.
And I feel like that's something people do when they don't know what else to do to finish something.
Okay. Yeah.
Like me, I had to write a book in 2nd grade. I ran out of ideas. I literally just, it was all a dream.
Cute.
Still have that somewhere.
Overall, I am glad that I watched this. I'm glad that I broadened my horizons, musically speaking.
Yeah, I mean, it was interesting, and there were elements of it that I liked. It had a decent vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Just not good for people who have attention issues. to not have any dialogue to kind of pull you and to be able to listen to it. Because being forced to look at a screen nonstop for that long is not something I'm really capable of. But I did my very best.
I think I've kind of covered everything I want to say about this one, though.
Yeah, I think I double checked that I didn't miss any notes or anything. I don't think I did. Yeah, no, I didn't. Yeah, I mean, honestly, we talked about this way longer than I thought we were going to, because I'm like, oh my God, something with no dialogue, like how much could we possibly say?
Yeah.
You know, because it's kind of like when we did Paprika, because like it's like the second half of it was largely just vibes in a dream.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so we were like, fun vibes, don't know what to say about it.
Yeah.
So I was afraid it would be kind of like that.
Let's see. Do we want to maybe decide like what we're going to do for the rest of this month?
We can.
Gosh, I was thinking about maybe trying to finish Iron Lung, but I'm also open to suggestions.
Yeah, I'm probably unavailable 2 weeks from today.
Okay, noted.
I will likely be somewhere. So it might make sense for you to play some sort of game that maybe you, if you don't want to skip that week, you can keep playing.
So maybe I'll like schedule finishing Iron Lung for that week specifically and do something else leading up to that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would just be next week. Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe we could play some Fallout 76 together. That would be kind of fun.
I finally reached the rank in the season. I got a Mr. Farmhand Collectron station.
Aw.
So I'm so excited. It's like a farmer Mr. Handy.
I love it.
I'm so jazzed.
I love it. Yeah, all right. I think that's going to be it for this evening. Thank you to everybody who participated in chat. Thank you to everybody who watched. We really appreciate it. And we hope you will tune back in for the next episode of Fighting with Friends on Wednesday at 8. And then our next stream, Thursday at 8. As far as the rest of the network, I don't believe there is Defen tomorrow. And I don't think there's Regrettable Reviews on Tuesday either. I believe Regrettable Reviews was this past week. And I think they did Starship Troopers. But Big Dumb Monsters Monday, Fighting with Friends Wednesday, back around to the stream on Thursday. And then our 250th episode with Johannes Eckerstrom is coming up on August 4th. We are still working out some details for that, but you will have them as soon as we know them. I think that's it, though. Thank you again to everybody. We will catch you on the flip side. Adios, everyone.